Hi everybody, my name is Jim. I'm the owner of Sprague Woodturning. Welcome to my channel. So besides bowls and stuff that's made on a lathe, I make cutting boards. Now, this video is not going to be your normal video. This is actually a repair video. And I'm going to show you what's happened here. This board has opened up and has cracked through the inlay. This is maple with soapstone and maple branches. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. Again, it's same deal, maple with maple branches and soapstone. So you know, if you work in the woodworking industry, if you work as a wood turner, you know what, you're going to be dealing with this. This is one of the problems with working with wood. It's the good thing and the bad thing about wood. Every piece is individual. There's never any two the same, but it likes to move with the seasons. And this stuff was sold in March, not March this year, last year. And it was through my kilns and it had sat around for a while. And then the inlay was done. And I thought for sure that it was done moving. I didn't think it was going to open up. And it did. So you know what? I'm going to fix these boards. I actually sold these to a friend of mine. And so her and her daughter-in-law. And anyway, I'm going to fix them up for them and send them back. So that's this week's video. We'll talk more about what I think happened here when we get over to the bench. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Anytime I get that thumbs up, helps with the analytics. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms is awesome as well. And please leave a comment down below. All right, let's go over the bench and we will talk about this. All right, so here's our two boards. Here's the pith of the tree. Now, these are actually branches that have been sawn on a long plane. That's why they're shaped oval like this. You know, this is the actual real diameter of the tree, which would have been, you know, we'll say 12 inches, 11.5 inches. So, you know, like I said earlier, wood will expand with the seasons. So since the rings are in this orientation, it's going to expand and contract like this. It's not going to expand and contract so much through the length of its grain, just, you know, the way the rings are. Now, maybe I shouldn't have done this. This is a big inlay here. You're going from here, which will expand and contract very, very little, to out here that will expand and contract considerably a lot more than here. So, you know, I don't know if this is going to move anymore. It's probably going to move a little bit, but I think that we should be good from here on. So like I said, I'm going to punch this out and put the resin in, and I'll show you kind of my solution to putting bow ties in, which I absolutely hate the look of. I hate the look of bow ties. And if you're not familiar with what a bow tie is, it's a piece of wood that's shaped like a bow tie that you put in here to keep this from opening and closing. So anyway, I'm going to do one in resin, and yeah, that's next. Happy Friday, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos so far. I don't know why that I didn't just take these boards over and cut them out, cut the inlay area out on the bandsaw like I am here. But anyway, you know, I decided to use a punch or chisel that I've got there to get out the majority of the inlay. And things are going pretty good. And then I've split a fair bit of wood in my day, and you know, I should have realized that this was a real possibility, but you know, it just, I don't know, it never even dawned on me. I thought there was enough movement in the inlay, or that it had opened up enough that it wasn't going to be an issue, but it certainly was. So now I have my first river board, and you can see I'm just using hot melt glue to secure it to
The tuck tape. The tuck tape will release from the resin really easy after the inlay is done or the resin's done. And just building up little reservoirs and dams to contain the resin. This board, since it's still intact, was a lot easier to do. Just got to make sure that if you get any glue in where the resin's going to be sitting, that you need to clean that out of there, or else it's going to be in, it's going to affect your final project. You may have to go thinner with it. This is just some painter's caulking, and that will allow me to put more resin in the groove because, of course, the resin is going to shrink a little bit when it cures. And this is my solution to the bow tie. It's probably more a biscuit than anything. The resin will flow into these little areas, hopefully creating a stronger bond, and we won't have any more blowouts.
Deep cast from Designer Epoxy.
I could have actually even made that groove larger and tried to jam a real biscuit in there, but I really don't see the need for it anymore. I don't think these boards, they may move a little bit, but I don't think that they're going to move the extent that they did before, so it should not be an issue. Also, the river board didn't need any because it can expand and contract on its own. So here I'm just mixing up some ghost pigment and some blue Laguna. That's what we're going to do. This will be probably very similar to the box elder burl platter. Anyway, that was the look that I was going for. And then for this one, it's just going to be the white pearl or pearl white. And she also wanted some gold. So you'll see me mixing up a little bit of gold here. That would match your countertop.
All right, so hopefully we don't have any leaks, and hopefully we have enough. It's the other one. So far so good, I don't see any leaks. So this one here is the pearl white. And after this sets up, we're actually going to add some of the gold that I was mixing earlier. And we're going to add the blue Laguna to the other one. Oh, gee, hope we don't have any leaks. It's going to be quite a mess if we do. So far, so good. All right, so once this sets up a little bit, we'll be back and we'll put some swirls in. All right, so it's been a little while, I don't know, an hour or so. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of this blue Laguna and just try and put it in here. Might be doing this a little too early. Yeah, so one of them has, looks like gold veining in a white top, like a quartz top. So that's what this is gonna hopefully resemble. Might come back and do a little bit more in a little bit. Anyway, you get the idea. These are gonna sit for a couple of days and then we will finish them. All right, so it's been a few days. Let's get the bottom pieces off of these. If this looks different, it's because I actually cut it out and redid it. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't wait long enough for the ghost pigments or the resin to set up before I put the blue in it, and I had all kinds of issues with it. It turned almost kind of like a pale blue, very similar to this. So, that's not really the look I'm going for. So anyway, we're going to get these bottoms off, and I'll probably take off whatever I can here, possibly flatten the bottom if there's any glue that's on the bottom so that it sits flat on the drum sander. And we'll trim these back and see what we're dealing with.
So when you're introducing another pigment, these things are really time sensitive. I was watching this board. I was checking on it probably every 5 or 10 minutes, and this is the Pro Series, which sets up a lot faster than the Deep Cast. And I managed to get the pigment in it, but just barely. Another 5 minutes, and I wouldn't have been able to do it. So it's still something that I'm getting used to, but it worked out in the end.
And some of you may be asking, why am I using a flat tip screwdriver? It's because I don't want it to dig into the wood. If you use a chisel, well, there's a good chance that's going to happen. And I'm trying to get all this hot melt glue off because if you don't, I'm assuming it's going to stick to the sandpaper and the drum sander, and there you're out another batch of money. So if you can get it off, it's best to get it off.
As you can see, I had a little bit of a leak on this one. I just used that painter's caulking to stop that, and it worked actually really well. I just kind of jammed it in and pumped that area full of it, and it stopped the resin from weeping out. And I'll use that on bowls in the future too.
Yes, sir, we did lose a bit of resin, so it's going to be a little thinner, which I'm not happy about, but, well, it was a pretty bad leak. There, I'm just going to clean these up a little bit further, and I'll see you over at the drum sander.
So this is my 1938 Super Max. It's a really good open-ended drum sander, and I do recommend getting one if you're looking for a drum sander. I'm really happy with this one. Started with 80 grit, and eventually we end up with 220. But it's a real time saver if you're doing boards. And the great thing about it, because it's got the open end, you can actually do stuff that's 38 inches wide.
All right, so we have a few little holes to fill in this one board. So there, it's a decent sized one here. So if you've been here before, you've seen this. This is the thin CA glue from Starbond. I've taken some pearl white, put it in the container, and that's what we will fill this board up with. Of course, I'm just using the accelerator from Starbond to set it as well. I was hoping for a little more blue in it, that's for sure. But, that's you can't go wrong with pearl. I'll see you back over at the drum sander.
These Velcro discs, they come from sandpaper.ca as well, and they perfectly fit onto my Milwaukee sander. They're a good sandpaper. I really like them. They cut through this hard maple quite easily. So along the way, you're going to expose voids, and then I'm just using the thin CA glue and just kind of sanding things up as I go. I typically only do that when I hit 220, and of course it's important to clean up the edges of the boards and take any sharpness away. And of course, you've got to really make sure these are clean before the finish goes on.
All right, so this is the first of 2 coats of solid bowl finish. Yeah, that's pretty nice. These end grain cutting boards do soak up a lot of finish. I'm just hoping that they like their boards. She hasn't even seen it yet. That's pretty cool though, I must say. Here's the other one. It's kind of a hint of gold in it. I don't know, I think they look pretty cool.
This is the next day, and before the next coat of finish goes on, I use these Scotch Brite pads to kind of denib the surface and make them nice and silky smooth before the next coat of finish goes on.
All right, second coat of solid bowl finish. Basically the same process as yesterday. These boards won't take near as much finish today. And yeah, I try to put it on the bark as well. Make sure you cover up everything. And I find just using my hand is plenty good enough for this. And it's the same deal, just wipe it on, let it sit for a little bit, and then wipe it off. Anyway, you get the idea. We'll see you tomorrow when it's time for the wax. Silky smooth. Let's get some wax. All right, so this is the last step when I make my boards. I make my own wax. It's a beeswax and mineral oil combination. And all I do is just spread it on, rub it in, let it sit for a minute or so, and then wipe it off. And this is really all you need to do for any time in the future. These boards have been sealed now, of course, by the solid bowl finish. So you don't have any of that worry. Just when you use these boards and they start to get a little tired looking, they need a wax of some sort.
The reason that I use a wax as the last step is because if these are going to be used as a cutting board, it's best not to be shiny. And you know, the beeswax is just there to maintain it and to give it a really good look, but they're meant to be used. All right, since we're finishing up here, let's pick the winner of the 25,000 subscriber giveaway bowl.
All right, so I want to show you guys how I'm picking names for the giveaway. So I copy the link, go to YouTube random comment picker, paste the URL in here, filter duplicate users, get YouTube comments. And on that video, there are 245 unique comments. Go down here, hit the start button to get our winner for that video. So Janet Merle, you're the winner of that video. Her name will get written down on these pieces of paper. Here's a few I've already done. They'll get put into a hat, and then we'll draw a name, and that will be the winner of the 25,000 subscriber giveaway bowl. All right, so here we go. Stephen LaBelle, you are the winner of the 25,000 subscriber giveaway bowl. Congratulations, Stephen LaBelle. All right, congratulations again, Stephen LaBelle, winning this beautiful 25,000 subscriber giveaway bowl. Send me an email to spraguewoodturning@gmail.com. I'll get your shipping details and get this beautiful bowl shipped out to you. Hopefully you enjoy it. All right, let's talk about this week's project. It's the first board. This one has the Pro Series in it with the Blue Laguna. Really, really nice swirls, actually. Very, very pearly. And of course, this is not the original inlay. The original inlay that I had in there is this. And I just wasn't really happy with the way that it looked. It just looked to be just pale blue. I should polish this out to see what it looks like, because it actually may look pretty neat. But you know, I didn't want to take the risk that it wasn't going to work out, because I'm running out of time to get this video done. So anyway, that's the first one. And of course, since I decided to make this two boards, this is actually the first river board that I've ever done. So again, this has got the deep cast in it, and it's a little more subdued than the other one is, for sure. Gold pigment in it. That should match her countertops really nicely. You know, I think we lost about 1/4 of an inch of thickness overall from what they were before. But anyway, it's a good save. And I've got a hold of her. She's happy with this, and that makes me happy, because she's, you know, been a good customer and a good friend over the years. So, you know, this is something that you're going to have to deal with. And, you know, in this case, this is 100% on me. These boards moved after they were sold, and 100% it was on me, so I don't have an issue warranting this kind of work. But, you know, you're going to deal with people that, you know, they don't seem to care. I've had people over the years bring me bowls that they obviously had dropped. There was a flat spot on the bowl had cracked, and they just said the bowl had cracked. Have had people try and return bowls to me that were in the dishwasher, and on the 20th time it actually split, you know, and they were unhappy. I don't even know what to say about that. You can't put wood in the dishwasher, and you know, but you know, they're out there. Trust me, they are. So you know, you're gonna have to deal with these people. I always try to work with my customers when anything has gone wrong, because I care about my name and I care about the products that I make. So, but anyway, it is something you are gonna have to deal with for sure. Don't forget about our sponsors down below, to Designer Epoxy, sandpaper.ca, Starbond Adhesives, and of course, Hunter Tool Systems. Didn't use them in this video, but all your discount codes are in the description down below. And so for the 30,000 subscriber giveaway bowl from this video forward, however videos it takes to get to 30,000 subscribers, that's where we'll pick from the comments to get the 30,000 subscriber giveaway bowl, or the winner. So please leave a comment down below, and that way you can get entered into the draw. Next week we plan on doing a maple burl with 2 colored resins in it that so far has worked. It looks really neat, so make sure you come back for that. And I guess that's it. Anytime I can get a thumbs up on my videos certainly helps with the analytics. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms is 100% awesome as well. Getting that word out there, I really appreciate it. And I guess that's it. Till the next video, take care, stay safe. Don't forget that bell. We'll see you next week.